Sagittarius, welcome to Majesticas Tarot. And if you've been here before, welcome back. We're going to do July 1st through the 5th. We are still in the energy of the full moon, so I'm reading full moon messages, what the full moon has for you. If the reading resonates, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Not every Sagittarius is doing the same thing. This is a general collective reading. If it doesn't resonate, then check your other placements. Time is fluid and roles can be reversed. So let's get started. Spirit guides, ancestors, what do we have for Sagittarius, July 1st through the 5th? Your commitment is being tested. A personal issue reaches resolution. You could be dealing with a Cancer. Emotions are running high. And then we have a new romantic cycle begins. Could be with a past person, could be with a new person. But a new romantic cycle is beginning. Spirit, tell me about Sagittarius and your commitment is being tested here. This could be you, this could be your person, but somebody is having a really hard time making a choice between letting their boundaries down or letting it all go. Tell me more. This has to deal with the Two of Cups. A connection that has ended. But somebody wants to pick it back up. This person could have broke your heart. Well, I mean, it did end. We have player-like energy here. There could have been third parties, or this person was just reckless in what they were doing. Which I felt like made this opportunity end. There was just no, I feel that there was this opportunity and it was reckless and it came to an end. The stability wasn't there. You thought the stability was there, or they thought the stability was there, but it wasn't there. They acted like the stability wasn't there, but it wasn't there. Tell me more. There was a lot of procrastination in this relationship opportunity, a lot of procrastination, a lot of undesire, like no desire. And when that was happening, it's like a lot of sadness came in. A lot of sadness was there, a lot of heartbreak. You couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, I do see somebody coming in here with the Knight of Swords. Tell me about a personal issue reaches resolution. There's a new opportunity here. This is dealing with a past person. Well, obviously. You could be dealing with a Leo, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There's an opportunity here for somebody to stop being so stubborn and look what they have right in front of them. The Empress. Somebody tried to restart a connection impatiently, and this is how this all ended up. So this could have been like the third or fourth time, second time that this has happened. But because it was starting, it was rushed into. That's why all this is happening. Tell me more. I feel someone was waiting for a victory. And it was all for show. It was all show. It was all a lie. It was all a show. They returned for a victory and found they returned for a big, I don't even have a good example for this. Can't think of one. They saw something so big, yet it was only like this. It was very small. They saw an opportunity bigger than what it was. So it looks like here that basically I don't want to fight no more, but I'm not done either. And somebody's taking a break and going into isolation. You could be dealing with a Virgo. Emotions are running high. Tell me about emotions are running high. King of Cups. What's usually No, I'm turning it back to the way it was. I'm hearing turn it back around the way it was. The way it came out in the reverse. Okay, it came out in the reverse, but okay. Okay. I gotcha. So somebody doesn't want to do this anymore. Somebody doesn't want to juggle decisions here. Emotions are running high. Like they just like you or they're like there's a lot of love here and they just want to celebrate, they don't want to feel so overwhelmed all the time. They don't want to grieve all the time. They don't want to feel like they have to always coming in they feel like they walk on eggshells. They're always trying to come in here because they don't know where you're at. They don't know if you're going to be able, if you're going to talk to them, and this could be the other person. If they're gonna, if you have clarity to where you're going to talk to them or not, like they don't know. They're like tiptoeing in. They're tired of it, or you're tired of it. They feel like they can't get themselves together. Or you feel like you can't get yourself together. Always looking for ways to love them the best. Feeling less than. Feeling like you're compared to other people. Or the Chariot in reverse. I'm saying that Three of Cups is in the reverse. But maybe that's, I mean, yeah, that's not the, nothing's moving here. So now y'all are not talking because emotions are running high. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking up at the clock and I realized I was what? Like, whatever. Tell me about this ending. What happened with this ending? Spirit, tell me about this ending for Sagittarius. Yeah, this player-like energy has come out again. A-hole energy has come out again. Ego energy has come out again. We had a person who thought they didn't need to do anything here, but just sit and wait on their throne because their ego, I'm just going to wait. They didn't put any effort towards an issue. They just figured you would, I don't know, deal with it. You're like, nope, I have boundaries here. And if you cross them, I will isolate myself from you with the Hermit card. You could be dealing with a Virgo. So now the commitment's being tested, and this is why. Eight of Pentacles. Now the commitment is not being worked on. Could be a marriage. You could live with this person. Marriage. Could be dealing with a Taurus. Okay. Tell me about this repeating cycle and the investment that each one has returned to, but yet there was no victory. Like you did it all for nothing. Tell me about that, Spirit, please, for Sagittarius. You know, it took you a long time to figure out if you wanted to return back to this energy or not because of the state of depression it left you in, put you in, the lies that are not being told, the no communication that's not being had. The devil, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, the toxic going back and forth all the time, the toxic holding back, no communication. So what reaches the resolution? What's the... We're in Cancer season right now. It says full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches resolution. Yeah, holding back from this person. All this unhappiness, Three of Wands, no motivation, all this unhappiness, holding back, no talking, toxic ways. Bottom of the deck is the Fool. Somebody here doesn't have Oh my God, it's a simple word. This is woman. Doesn't have courage. That's all it was. Somebody here does not have the courage. Their courage, somebody here does not have the courage to make this work. They don't have the courage. They don't feel that it can happen. I don't know why. Jeez. Okay. Okay, tell me a little bit more. So this person over here just wants to, the King of Cups just wants to love on you and celebrate with you and stop with things being so overwhelming, you know? Like, I just, you know, they're tired or you're tired of trying to get clarity about coming towards them because they're never talking, you know? And this person over here, the Queen of Cups, is just trying to gain confidence back. For some reason, they feel less than. Tell me why. Of options, we have the Seven of Cups again. Less than, why? Or they can be confused. Yep. Queen of Wands is in the reverse. They feel less than because of somebody else. Possibly a past lover with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Not their past lover, but the person they're with, past lover. They feel like they have been resilient to this more than once. I mean, we have player-like energy over here twice, so. You're the Queen of Cups on top of the Queen of Cups. The Seven of Swords here. When you found out, it's just like you became numb to it. When you found out this deceptive energy, you became numb to it. Because you love this person. And it became very unstable. It was like a tower that needed to fall, but just kept hanging on. And then just to not have stress and anxiety, y'all would just ignore each other. The bottom of the deck is the High Priestess in the reverse. Both low vibrational energies toward each other. Spirit, what is the outcome of this situation for Sagittarius? You know, you felt like you did all this for nothing, but when it really comes down to it, you need to understand that it might be a hard decision for you to feel that way, but you learned a lot from this. And we have the Four of Swords. You learned how to heal better. You learned how to become the Empress. You learned to be a better person here, which you need to be, especially if you have children or pregnancy. Spirit, give me more about what the outcome of this situation is. not wanting to work on this, not wanting to collaborate with this. I mean, the energy is just too immature, and there's too many people involved in this. There's too much competition, too much. The only way that you you need to return to this is in a professional energy way, so you can possibly have kids with this person, because there's no hope here. Moving on to calmer waters, and you've just given up on this altogether. Could be dealing with a Leo. Page of Wands, no desire to even have a restart. Sagittarius, this is what I have for you July 1st through the 5th. If it resonates, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you all have a fantastic week and stay blessed.